Voice share go share.
All right.
How are you folks in all parts of the world? My name is Yamashal Kamala Simanda. I welcome Chewy. Chewy, how are you?
Yes, good evening, Philip, and good evening, viewers. I'm fine, and you?
I'm very, very well. I'm very strong. Very, very good, man. Very good as usual. Welcome to our program. Today we are looking at the success or failure of on the intermarriages.
Yes.
So, first and foremost, let's just say hi to all those people who are watching us right now. Please share the video with your friends so that we can enjoy this topic together. This topic, you know what, involves a lot of people. It involves a lot of people. So, right, feel free to use the language you want to use, as I do. How are you folks in all parts of the world? Current issues eduka chitika. That's why we give you the program current issues. The current issues ndifamba naso Chewy zvanenge chiita inini ngichitaura rurimi rwendebele Chewy achitaura nerurimi rweshona kuitira kuti kune vaya vaya vanenge vasinganzwi toita kuti zvifambe zvakanaka. Chewy, uchona njani mfana?
Yeah, and right in Masquera same wangu. How are you there? And how are you prepared for this? Mina ngi-right vele, mina ngi-sharp. Ndiri right zvakanyanya. Yes.
Uchitaura nerurimi rweshona kuno ikoko ini chitaura nerurimi rwendebele semazuva ose then tisanganisa nechirungu. Right, usiphathelele namhlanje Stuart?
Okay, our topic today is on success or failure on intermarriages. So I'm sure we are going to start on a positive side. Let's assume we are going to start on success. But at the same time, we are calling our viewers to come with their questions, contributions, and then hear what they will be telling us. But just to make it to make it, understood by everyone, intermarriages, these are marriages whereby different races or tribes amongst a couple, they then agree to enter into a marriage for their life. Okay, so we didn't want to limit it to maybe to confine this discussion only into maybe in our country, but we are also including those intermarriages which can be also involving different races, different tribes within the country, Zimbabwe, and outside the country, world over. So our viewers, they've got a very good option to come in different forums. It might be within the country or on an international scene. So that is all about our topic today.
Okay, so where do we start today? Let's hear. Where do we start?
Maybe we can start checking on some of the advantages, since I have said we can touch on those benefits. I mean, to be on the positive side, we can touch on the benefits. Are there benefits which are associated with intermarriages? So if we can start up on those ones, it can help our viewers. Zvinogona kubatsira vari kuti ona izvezvi, because it used to be a taboo when we were growing up to be heard that you have, exchanged from your tribe and you have married the other tribe. I stayed a little bit in South Africa. They've got a number of tribes there again. We will be very happy if we can have maybe on our comments those people who are in South Africa again to help us with some comments, not only in Zimbabwe but including other, because I understand from my timeline right now, I'm seeing some of my friends in South Africa who have just joined us. So we will be happy to hear from them. I'm seeing Polly there. I once worked with this one of our viewers. So we are going to make it a little bit international, not confining our discussion within Zimbabwe, but let's just go wider. We can start on the advantages of these intermarriages. So from the few advantages which I checked, which I researched during the day, I checked and picked some few of them. You see now, intermarriages helps on the traveling aspect, because let's assume maybe you're in Zimbabwe there. Back then, without intermarriages, let's say you are staying in Inyanga there. So you marry in Inyanga there, you stay for the rest of your life in Inyanga and full stop there. But now you grow up in Inyanga, and then Inyanga there in Mutare. Then you marry someone from Wange there, or from Bulawayo, or from maybe Lupane, Plumtree. The advantage which you are going to have there is the traveling aspect. So you are going to see places. And let's go a little bit abroad, outside Zimbabwe. You are in Bulawayo and you marry someone from maybe Johannesburg or KwaZulu-Natal there. So the aspect of traveling, there will be an advantage the first advantage there. So the second one, the way I checked, they said the kids, your children whom you are going to bear, they will be having an advantage of what they call bilingual. Like they will be able to speak two languages from the side of the mother and the other language from the side of the father. So let's assume that the father is from Bulawayo, so the father speaks Ndebele, and then the mother is from Harare there, So the mother will be speaking Shona. So they are saying the kids who are going to be born in such an arrangement, they
Yeah.
will be able to speak two languages fluently. Not zvokukiakia kana zvokuita ngekubatanidza batanidza, but they will be able to speak two or more languages fluently, which is a very good advantage. I'm sure it also dilutes our topic, which we were having on Tuesday of tribalism there. It waters down that challenge of those issues which were separating us. And then there's another advantage of, cultural flexibility. Okay, so you can see someone who grew up maybe in Murewa there. Let's just pick these different towns. Who grew up in Murewa, or who grew up in Chinoi, or who grew up in Kariba there. So
Yeah.
if you grow up in that town of yours, in your community, and you marry there, you up until you die, you have your children, you have your homestead up until you die, you won't be having that flexibility in terms of maybe different cultural experiences. They say these intermarriages, they bring about that flexibility, which can even help in your level of thinking, or in your level of reasoning, because there are now aspects which are coming about. You are being helped by your spouse. No, kwedu no die. So at our side we do this, and you yourself you'll be saying, from our side or our village we do this. If we mix
Yeah.
these two, we bring about something which is very perfect. Then the other advantage, I'm sure one of the last one, they said you'll be having an advantage of knowing people and creating a wider friendship base. Unlike when you only marry it in your area and maybe up until you die. So there's an advantage. There's an advantage there of knowing more people, different people, and having a number of a number of friends. Then, lastly, the other advantage or a benefit of intermarriages, they talked of true love. There's an aspect which they said there's a benefit there of getting true love. I myself, I'm not in a position of saying, is it a fact or an opinion? But these are some of the things which I researched during the day, and
Yeah.
I realized that these were positives or the advantages in regard to intermarriages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And to those who are just joining us right now, I'm seeing that the numbers are going up. I'm sure intermarriages, we are speaking of a couple who will be not coming from maybe the same tribe. It will be different tribes or different races here, so that we accommodate everyone. So this is our topic, and I'm sure those who might want to join us and contribute, they are free to do that.
Right, yebo ngihambele ngabe njalo lapha khona ngiyembikelela phela laphana uzethi Dube mbiyelele uLawrence laphana eSouth Africa ngibingelele my little boy, my young boy who is doing wonders in Zimbabwe, Romeo Gasa. If you don't know, this boy is unbelievable. He's a singer, he's a musician. Right, we are talking about intermarriages today. So sikhuluma ngalo phela ngayo phela iprogram yokubana umntwana wesindebeleni ayithathwa maybe emashoneni, or umntwana wesishoneni ayithathwa emandebeleni, kuma umntwana womZulu athathwe ngumXhosa. Ukuthi kona lisitshela ukubana ama-advantages nama-disadvantages akhona angaba kuyini. Ngihamba phela la iStuart laphana, uStuart Musarapasi nguye obambe ngale. Right, sile caller laphana one time, we've got a caller here. Right, hello. How are you? Can you hear him, Zed? Stuart?
Yeah.
Go on, Zed.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
The volume, his voice is very low.
Just go on, Zed. Go on, Zed. Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Okay, just 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Let's call you on the other number so that I'll connect you on the other device, okay? Yeah, let me call you on the other device. Let me call you on the other device, okay? Okay. Continue talking. Continue talking. What's your name? Continue talking, Stewie, while I'm waiting for Z.
Okay. These are the advantages which I was trying to talk about. But now, on top of the advantages, we also have we also have challenges which might come about. I'm sure
Right.
the
Before you go on, someone is confused. What is intermarriage? Someone is asking, what is intermarriage? Is confused.
Okay, so if you check intermarriage, it's when two partners, a husband and a wife, they enter into marriage. These two people won't be coming from the same tribe. That is the first, because it's a bit broader. These intermarriages, it's a bit broader. So at one time, we were thinking this topic, we can confine it to Zimbabwe, but we realized that we'll be closing a lot of people. So when...
Right. Yeah. Go on. Go on.
So when the husband and the wife, they are not from the same tribe. It might be the issue of tribe. It might be the issue of race. I'm sure this is the specific definition of intermarriages. These two people won't be coming from the same tribe, or they might not be coming from the same race. Yes.
Right. Z. Welcome, Z. Can you hear us, Z?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right. Continue now.
It's a very broad way. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a marriage.
Yeah.
The very broad word, that does not mean anything.
Okay.
I'll say maybe it's the marriage of different people.
Can you hear him, Stuart? Yeah?
Yes.
Then we have to ask ourselves which people.
Yes.
Then we say, let's say, Kanana and Nyanja.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then we have to ask ourselves now, what is actually different between the two? Cultural. Is the question, man?
Yes, continue. Yes, continue.
There's actually nothing different besides language.
Okay, means nothing besides language.
No, there's nothing.
Okay.
The way they do things is similar. The way they do spirituality is similar.
Okay.
If we're talking about black people, it's different. Because what is culturally different between a Kalana and a Shona person? Nothing. It's just the other one. The other one found themselves on the other side, and the other one found themselves on the other side. But culturally, they're the same.
Do you agree with that, Stuart?
Can you repeat? I didn't understand. I didn't get it. His last words. What is he saying?
Go on. Repeat what you said between the Kalam and Chona. Go on.
They're the same. They're one and the same people.
Yeah. They are the same. They are one of the same people. Kalanga and Shona. Is that what you say?
Kalanga and Karanga.
Oh, and Karanga. Okay, yes. Yeah. Kalanga and Karanga is they say one thing.
Are you saying there are no intermarriages, or are you saying Kalanga and Karanga, they are the same people? Which is which here?
I did not hear.
You say, are you saying there is no intermarriage between Kalanga and the Karanga people?
You cannot intermarry something that you have culturally the same. It's different. There's no way to go intermarry when you talk about something like that. When your kid comes and marries my kid in my family,
yes.
You have a family trait, yeah, of a country, yeah.
Yeah.
That might be different from my kind of family trait, yeah. You might do things a little bit different.
Okay, what about
a little bit?
Can I ask you a question, Zed? You are from you are classified as Ndebele anyway. I know you Likalanga, yes, yeah.
I am Ndebele.
Yes, Ndebele. So
yes.
you're saying, but you, when you go and marry in Mashonaland and in Mashonaland in whatever, you then that is that what you're saying? That is intermarriage.
I'm talking from someone who was born in intermarriage, whose grandparents from both sides that are intermarried, if you want to put it, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And who is in a intermarriage relationship as I speak. So I'm talking about 4 generations of intermarriage.
Do you understand one another, Zed and Stuart?
Yeah, if I'm correct, he is saying I'm sure Z is now some steps ahead from our discussion, because where Z is starting from is now starting from the products of intermarriage. If I'm correct, the way he's saying,
you're on the product of the intermarriage. That's what is
so yeah. So
what I try to define, money. The generations before me,
yeah,
they thought they were in an intermarriage. They were not in an intermarriage. Can you hear what I'm saying? They thought they were in an intermarriage themselves.
The generation before you.
Yes. Now I find myself much in something called an intermarriage. Not what we call in intermarriage then. Then this is when you start understanding that you are talking about, if we're talking about intermarriage, you're talking about totally different. Totally. Yeah? Not, we can't call turn around and the Kalanga marrying a Shona. We can't call that intermarriage. It's impossible.
Why?
10 people in 1 point.
So are you okay? Did you hear that, Stuart? He's saying you can't say Kalanga and Shona is intermarriage. Those Makalanga.
No,
yeah, the way I'm seeing Z is that
it's not. They are one and the same people.
Okay. I mean, the point which Z is saying, to him, he might be correct. But my question is that why is he only speaking of maybe the Karanga and the Karanga? So why is he not talking maybe of maybe Ndewele and Shona?
Right.
I'm sure people,
you understand each other. Well done. Okay, go on, Zed. Yeah, if you are hearing him, that's fine. Go on.
I started off with the Kalanga and Karan. Yeah. Okay. I'm stopping you in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I moved from Ndebele to Nyanja, same people. Yeah. And I was coming to Shona and Ndebele.
Yeah. Okay, just hold on, Zed. Hold on, Zed. Yeah, for those who want to get involved, you can come in live. Just type in on your comments there so that I can send you the link for you to come in and talk about this intermediate. You know, if you want to come in, you are free to come into how to do. Just to the link, then you come in. You can come live. You can use a mobile phone. You can use your tablet. You can use anything to come in. I'll tell you how to come in. Anyone wants to come in and talk about this. Go on, Zed. Let's enjoy the topic.
So we want to concentrate on the, because we're talking about the marriage here. We're talking about an event.
Yeah.
That's often an event. Yeah. A 1 week event, a 1 day event, or a period. An event that's the period. Yeah.
Okay.
We have to understand that when these people, it's not like they just saw each other on that event.
Okay. Yeah.
So they got together, not caring about what type they are in.
Yeah.
Yeah. A decision of 2 people, maybe a decision of 1 person that convinced another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
With nothing, the type is there, but they decided not to look at it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm giving you. I'll put it a bit. I'll tell you about the parents. Yeah. One is Nyanja, one is Gray.
Yeah.
The agreement that they had on that day when they met and started all this off did nothing to do with one is the way the one is Karab. The boy like the girl, also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And continue liking as days went past. Yeah.
Yeah.
And continue liking it for years. Yeah. They decided to turn around and come out to the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to the parents. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they came out to the parents, it was coming out to their own parents. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing to do with the way or what or Nyanja.
Okay,
Yeah.
1 second, Zach. 1 second. Kevin David Swanda, I have sent you the link. Just click that link and come in. Click that link and come in. When you're using a mobile phone, you click the link, it will tell you what to do. If it's a Samsung, you just press the 3 dots on your right, far top of your right. It will let you come in. If you're using a Samsung, it will tell you to open with a Chrome. Press AMA.i3 on the right of your top phone, and then it will let you in. Go on, Zed. Thank you very much. Come in, Sunny Zed.
So we are talking about a division of two people that is not care about whether type or maybe they did and they decided not. What was I trying to say? We were talking about love.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
A tribe or anything has no bearing on love. What you're not saying.
Okay. Just hold on, Zed. Hold on, Zed. Kevin, how are you? Right, join the conservation. Let's enjoy, guys. This is our topic. Oh, man, you're going to set up. Ozethi selifundile bakubamba umlomo uKevin. Uthi ufuna ubamba umlomo ngoba umlomo wakho lo ohlabela. Awumuzwa Zethi.
Right.
Kanti Zethi, what are you using wena? What sort of device are you using?
I'm using the Samsung, man.
Samsung iyavula phela.
Send me the link.
I'll send you the link now. Zethi. I'll send you the link now.
Okay, send me the link and I will put it.
Yeah, go on, Kevin. Go on.
Right, I'm going to define intermarriage before we go any further.
Yes.
Then I will try to be brief the way I understand it, don't
you? Yeah.
Like intermarriage, we are just looking at people about different traits, whether it's cultures, religion, social classing, it's just religion. So what he thinks was not intermarriage was actually intermarriage. So the reason why I'm saying that, I'll give you an example. You remember when our Jebele societies were formed, there was social classing. This was
yeah.
Those were groupings that were separate. And so for you to marry, that's why
yeah.
Right, that was intermarriage. Then for me, somebody who's Muslim, that's intermarriage. Hindu. Different in terms of our religion, that's intermarriage. And then for social classing, sometimes like say, you know, like if our society has got classing, distinct classes, like as clear ukuthi laba ngama-bourgeoisie kumbe laba ngani wena uyisigqile kumbe wena ngosebenza emasimini anjo. If you marry the rich person, that's intermarriage. That to me is intermarriage. If you go uye kwenye race, that's intermarriage. If you go kuma differences yabona constitute the culture is different, that's intermarriage. So now, to me, it's
intermarriage.
To me, that's intermarriage for as long as we can define we are two different people.
Yes.
You know, as long as we can define we are two different people, different traits, different groupings, we don't speak similar languages. Cultures that are different. We are two different people. Abanye bazakuthi unoyera chiyi kana uthi you know wena makhala ngendapana ukhulumela ngokwakho. So that's intermarriage.
Yes.
Anjo, it's only now ama-traits they are almost identical that make it easy for us to coexist or cohabit or continue sinjana ngoba ama-traits ahambelana. Yebo?
Yes. Ngiyakuzwa
You
are
see what I mean?
Stuart? I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
to see you quiet. I want you us to discuss here, Stuart.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
the advantage that our new guest has brought to us here is that he is now going deeper in segmenting. These intermarriages. Advantage which we are getting right now is that as the definition which we had discussed earlier on, it was basic and just shorter. So our new invited guest is going deeper. I'm not so sure in some of what he's saying, but what I'm seeing is that he's trying to go to an extent whereby Z can understand, because Z was bringing another version which myself I was not understanding again.
Yeah. So I
the reason why I brought that was to say if you want to talk about intermarriage, zero into a particular aspect, so it becomes easy. If it's brought like that, we'll go broad like and then we'll miss the center or what you want to focus on. If it's cultural aspect, or if it's religious aspect, if it's racial aspects, if it's classification in terms of resources or money, those social classes, the hierarchy, political parties, make it clear so we understand. So what exactly here are we talking about? Because my belief is you want to address this in concept of e-culture and the tribes that are there in Zimbabwe. If it's then we zero it to that and focus on that.
No. In fact, what we realized when we were bringing this topic at one time, if you can check our poster, it was saying Zimbabwe, and we realized that no, if we say intermarriages in Zimbabwe, we are limiting our scope. So the version which you are bringing yourself,
I think personally, I think if you say Zimbabwe, it makes it easy. Then you address it like to Zimbabweans living abroad.
I want to. I'm sure we are saying one thing, but coming from different angles here. It's mainly for Zimbabweans, right? But we need also to appreciate the aspect that we then have those Zimbabweans who then went on to marry totally different races. So intermarriages, accommodating everything which you are talking about, it will make everything a little bit exciting, because if we confine ourselves to say, okay, our intermarriages will be under social or whatsoever, a singular, a very narrow scope, it will then flush out some of the people whom we wanted to come and then discuss, because it's just an open discussion whereby everyone, it might be tribes, it might be race, it might be social, it might be the money aspect. What I want and what I'm happy for is that you have elaborated it. So it's now going to accommodate a lot of people. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just say. Let's just say. Do a Dave. Uthethe umntwana wesishoneni, umfana wesigodini eFlabus eMandebeleni, uthethe umntwana wesishoneni.
Yeah.
Okay. That becomes intermarriage, angithi?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then to you.
Yeah.
What are your advantages ekuthatheni umntwana wesishoneni khonapho to you? What are the advantages and disadvantages khonapho?
Obviously, advantage number one is sharing, acceptance. Like once I go on to say I'm marrying somebody who's not of my kind, that's a demonstration of going in extra mile, uniting, bringing people together. Like let's take it like ngendlela zethu zakudala. Ukuthi nxa uphiwa umntwana wenye tribe kumbe wenye inkosi, it's a way of making peace, a way of saying okay thina kasilwi now because suyisihlobo sami sengilabazukulu bami sengilabantwana bami I cannot attack you. That's like a way of saying look singabantu, let's coexist. It's like acceptance in a way. So that's not advantage number one. It's like sharing depth in my cultures. Because once I'm married, I learned a lot of things. Like if you know in African context, like we have shared history from the medicine, from my knowledge systems, how we live, in wisdom that has been passed from a generation to another. There's a lot of things that are there. It's showing that by marrying, I'll get to explore. I'll never see them. I get to see. So similarly, they gain a lot by that kind of a thing and exchanging wealth sometimes or giving it balance. Let's say, sifuyile sinjana silenkomo ngingathatha esishoneni ngizahambisa inkomo lapha ngenankomo khona baba ngenamhlobo wembuzi zethu ngale bayalima mhlawumbe bazawuthi umkhwenyana ngale emathebelele ndakula kude asintumezelene ini imbabayila kumbe grain and all the other things, you see. So there is an advantage in terms of our territories are different, producing quite a different thing. So in terms of material things, in terms of cultural things, that's number one. That's number one thing that I think is there. It's just a simple way of making ubuhlobo and peace. But that's I could have more, but I think that is what I want to zero on and give other people a chance. Then coming
before
to
you go,
disadvantage.
Before
Yeah.
you go,
Yeah.
will your parents
Yeah.
allow you, or I mean, let's just talk. We are just talking in general. Will your parents allow you to go and marry in wherever you want to go and marry in Zimbabwe anyway?
Right. I'll tell you the truth. Well, ukhulu wami wayengumzambian. Then ubaba, I don't want to reveal his identity much, but wayengasomshona wayengasomzimbabwean wayengaso any of those. Right. But I assumed the identity ukuthi mina ngwesindebeleni ngendlela ngayo. And so in my deliberations, I'm somebody who's neutral. So yeah. I'm not sure, I'm not the way, but I'll say my observations as they are. And
Yeah.
right, in our Ndebele society, it has been difficult. The generations that are coming now are accepting it. It has been difficult ukuthi uyethatha umuntu wesishoneni ngendlela yezinto ama experiences zabo in the past. And
Yeah.
then ukhulu used to say ebantwaneni, that's the I'm telling iqiniso, right? I'm not advocating for people to hate me or think I reason in that way.
Yes.
Ukhulu used to say, though he's Zambian, not Debele, mind you, he used to say, ekhuluma accent yakhe that's what he used to say. That's what he used to say. So in a way, it was a teaching, it was in a doctrine, it was a thing that was taught. It was probably derived from the experiences, their experiences, their past experiences. So in those grounds, you want to make truth, you want to make peace, you want to bridge the gap, intermarriage can be a good thing. Yes, but then we kind of dilute hate. But then, based on the fact that there's still those other fresh things, it creates a conflict. Now, it means like sometimes if I want to go and marry, if I marry, I become a social outcast. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, Stuart,
so these are the things that the society needs to deal with.
Right, we welcome Zed here. We want to welcome Zed. Anything you want to say, Stuart?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk on my own here. That you are welcome, right? Let's talk here, guys. I know we don't have enough time, but let's talk. Zed, you went off there when we were still talking. Anyone wants to come in? Anything, Stuart?
Yeah.
What time?
Then I was gonna say again before I go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say in my viewpoint, I think sometimes I look at a man like everybody's kind of territorial. Nicho jalo. Nichi reduce us to like everybody's got something to an identity to present.
Yes.
Like if you are a male, ufuna umntana akho athathe isibongo sakho manje.
Yeah.
Ufuna umntana akho athathe ilegacy yakho, ufuna umntana akho athathe inoto yakho, ufuna umntana athathe ukuba nguwe wakho manje. So it can be your culture. You want it passed on, your genes passed on, your wealth passed on, and so in a way, I'm trying to say like, a disadvantage in intermarriage is that I'll give you an example of tribes that have disappeared on the face of this earth. And when you like particularly one. Ungabona umuntu okuthiwa ngumjawunda, amajawunda amaNdebele abanye bathi singamajawunda ngebizo ukuthi sivele ejawunda, but amajawunda is a tribe. They've been diluted because it's huge wealth in terms of their culture, that a good language which I still want to hear now. You can't hear it now. It's gone, it's extinct. If you hear somebody khulume ngumjawunda, it means they are very old. And probably when they pass on, that language will go extinct because it's not documented. Language similar, I'm looking at abantu abanjengamaTonga. You know,
yes,
we are inventing, we are intermarrying those languages. You know, because agula language ebhaliweyo ukuthi le history mhlawumbe. And if we're not careful, they will go. There's lots of languages that are getting taken over. South Africa. So in a way, I'm trying to say what we need to do is, if we can, I mean, we're not saying people shouldn't intermarry. If we can, let's say, marry within themselves, promote their cultures, promote their identity, and then allow for it diversity, put in as much as this is Zimbabwe, our Zimbabwe, we are different people's name, and we want to strive with equal opportunity.
Okay.
You see?
Okay. Right,
because
guys,
now, if we don't define,
you are all quiet now. Send me some.
Hi, as I made a bit
but my brother Philip,
if we don't agree with Umkaranga are different, then we intermarry. What will happen is because they will be taken over, they'll be swallowed.
Okay,
the thing here is,
Stuart, what did you want to say?
No, the thing here is, my brother Philip, we can't disturb him whilst he's speaking. So, like Zed is saying, let him finish. We are hearing what he's saying, and then maybe when he finishes, we can then speak.
Okay, let's go, guys. Let's go. We don't have time. Let's go, and let's go for it.
Can I come in?
Yeah. I think I'm done. I can give somebody a chance now.
Okay. As I said, I was trying to say earlier on what this I was
on. At the end of the day, I don't want to say too much, and then it becomes difficult to track.
Yeah. I was trying to say what this I was on the phone. if we're going to talk about intermarriage in case of we have to define what location are we talking about. If we're going to talk of Africa, if we're going to talk of Southern Africa, if we're going to talk of Southern Africa itself as Ndebele or Zimbabwe or Karanga or Shona, there is nothing called intermarriage. First and foremost, there is nothing at all. It's like trying to differentiate a vendor from Shona. It's like trying to differentiate a Kalanga from a Karanga, and Ndebele from a Zulu from a Xhosa. You can define it by language. Check out the language. Let's say whether we can define it or not. So if we're talking about intermarriage, we have to be straight with which ground are we playing on. Yeah?
Okay.
If we're saying we're playing on African ground, therefore the word intermarriage itself is useless. Because there is nothing. At one point, Shonas were not Shonas. 50, I'll say maybe 60 years ago, there was nothing called a Shona. At all. Karangas and Kalangas were one. So which intermarriage are we talking about? Are we talking about people marrying from a different village?
But my brother Zed, yes. I'm sure you might be contradicting yourself here, because you are acknowledging that at one time these people were one, like the Karangas and Karangas, something like that. What you are talking about? You are saying sometime back they were one people, or they were from, maybe let's assume from the same tribe. But somehow, whilst you are speaking, you are also acknowledging but contradicting yourself that whilst they were one back then, but now they are no longer one.
No. I am trying to explain it from one point of understanding.
Can I just chip in a bit?
Yeah, Con.
Can I just chip in a bit?
Yes.
Right? If we go to the actual definitions, you will find that anti-Skulumangama tribes.
Yes. Yeah.
A tribe from a tribe to another, that's intermarriage. Yes. Languages, religion, social groupings. So let me give you an example. Umzilikazi, like you say, Umzilikazi, with all their wealth, with their, because the truth is, no matter how, I mean, we can say Umzilikazi united the nation. Yes, it did. But ngesikhathi zankhona, Umzilikazi was still within that society. Wahulama social groupings.
So
you know what I mean?
Hold on, guys. So here,
so that's a developed society with social groupings, and on top of that, in developed society, I'll give you an example. They are different culturally in terms of language, right? When there is intermarriage happening, mixed race and so mixed race, mixed cultures, languages. We have two languages. We result in intermarriage. You either take language baba or take a language mama, or you understand both languages. Which culture is yours? Uteti culture ka mama, ufundi culture ka mama, ufundi culture ka baba. In a way, I'm trying to say you are mixed everywhere. You've got a bit of that. You can't distinctly say this is my culture.
Can I
in a way,
okay.
Yeah.
Can I say something? I'm sure myself and Kelvin, we are agreeing there, because the question which we must ask my brother Zed is that does he appreciate that we have different tribes? Does he appreciate?
We do not have tribes. We never had tribes. Define what a tribe is.
We have tribes, Zed.
Define what a tribe is.
Right.
Define what a tribe is.
Right. Okay, let me try to give you a simple understanding. I'm a tribe.
No. Don't give me your understanding of a tribe. Define what a tribe is. A tribe that the definition
That's
that everyone can
definition.
use, not the definition that you can use only. Because I have got a different definition. But
Right.
we have to define a holistic definition of a tribe.
That's my understanding. My understanding of a tribe. I want to use it in the context of our country. They are a collection of tribes.
Wait, hold on. If you are using it in the context of our nation, yeah, then we have to go back and say, okay, who defined what a tribe was?
Then I'm giving you a definition. And the definition is based on Joshua Nkomo himself. And that's a definition of somebody who's got high social ranking, somebody who's recognized ulama merit. That's my definition that I want to base on. Yabon. That's why in Chenu, right? As shown as Adam Ndebele, we've got collection of tribes. There's nobody who's Shona or is Ndebele. So under those umbrellas, we've got collection of tribes. Singaba Ndebele, singaba lama Zulu, singaba lama Venda, singaba lama Sotho, singaba lama Kalanga, singaba lama Nambia, singaba lana. So those are tribes.
No.
You see,
no.
Singama Shona, singaba lama Zulu, singaba lama Kalanga, singaba lama Ndau.
No. Yeah, this is where you get it wrong. We cannot define. There is no definition called it. You can't define it. There is no group of people called tribes. If there is a group of people called tribes, that means it goes and defines everywhere else where there is a group of people. Yeah. If we're going to say a Kalanga is a tribe, what are the traits of a tribe? What are the traits that you can go and find in every Kalanga? What are the traits that you can go and find in every Ndebele? There is none.
Once you say traits, right? What traits have we got that distinguish us as a tribe? Number one, it would be language. Number one, we go simple. Let's go simple. We go to a family as a society. Yeah?
Yes.
Right, we go to a family as a society. Why imithetho yethu ehlele ngayo njengesimuli ukuthi njengemuli yakobani siyenza so we start from there ukuthi imuli lezi zila if you take imuli zakhona eziku area yena le zilama similar characteristics kumbe ayafanana, they are defined the same way. Xa begqoka amabheji bavunula amabheji bayaso bakhuluma this language batholakala in this geographical location. Those are traits zethu. Nxa sixexa siyaqexa, nxa sibhokoza indlebe kumbe kuyini siyenza khona lokho. Those are traits.
No.
What
is,
hold
on.
Those are traits. Those are traits. Those are traits.
Hold on. There is no definition of a people called tribe. Trust me, Agula. You can't find any book that talks about tribes or any academic book that talks about tribes. There is no definition called a tribe. If you want to define it now, you can go on clans, bloodline, right? But you can't define kingdoms on bloodlines because it's mixed. Yeah,
right.
But there are some clans, man. There are some clans that take that same bloodline. Yeah. So if you are defining kingdoms and calling them tribes, then I do not understand what is a tribe.
One second, guys.
When we come to the clan, this is my understanding.
One second, guys. Can people add some comments because I can't see comments a lot here. And so please let me know if you type your comments and let me know. I can see some likes on my phone. I can see likes. So continue. Do it down.
This is my understanding of a tribe.
Yes.
I want to differentiate among clans, and all that. And we can go to cooler saying up. But we start from a family. From a family, we go to a clan. From a clan, each tribe, if you look at it, in Africa, is a different thing to if you say a tribe to somebody in the Western world. Once you say a tribe, it's like people that are living in a jungle, about backward, about species, about organization, a group of people. Like once you say a chief, they think a chief is the leader. You tribe. But in our context, in our day-to-day living, that's why you and me have to define what a tribe is.
No.
What is a tribe?
Hold on.
You can't say a tribe
No.
without
Stuart, are you
defining
there,
a tribe.
Stuart? Stop smiling, Stuart.
Yeah,
You
I'm
see-
there. Philip, my brother Philip, you understand what happens is that if I'm to contribute, these guys, they are crashing on themselves. So maybe at the end of the day, I thought maybe they will find a common ground, a common understanding. But the challenge which we are having here is that Z is saying there are no tribes. That's where I'm sure the challenge which we are having here, because anyway, where you check when we are talking of marriages.
No.
Okay.
We're talking about back home. Yeah? We're trying.
Let me agree.
We're trying to get to intermarriage.
One second, guys. Can I see your comments? Those who are agreeing with Z and those who are agreeing with Kevin Dube. I mean Spanda. Sorry, Kevin David Spanda. I'm a comment and I can see them now on the phone. I can see your comments now on the phone. Mofati, I can see you, Stephen, Vincent. I can see you, all of you. Right. Who agrees with what Z is saying and who disagrees?
I wanted to remove. Let me agree with you. Let's say there's no tribe.
Yes.
Let's put it in the way, and we want to way forward because based on this until we go nowhere. Let's say there's no tribes.
Yes.
Let's just agree. We have agreed to intermarriage based on cultures different and all that. And let's say there's no tribe. All I was trying to say was, okay, let's say this group of people with identical traits or similar language or similar cultures, if they marry somebody else with different ones, that's intermarriage. So in a way, let me just say, right, if somebody who's Sutu speaking in Kwanda, in my area, they've got different traits, they've got different language, they've got a certain way of doing things, they talk in a certain pitch. If they marry somebody who's better, that's intermarriage. So whether it's a tribe or not, let's just agree. They are different, they've got different traits, different languages.
Hold on.
That's intermarriage to me.
Okay.
So
When a person, hold on. When a person turns around and let's use a language, a form of communication, When a person turns around and talks to a girl or a girl talks to a guy, despite they cannot talk together without any language, Therefore, they cannot fall in love without any language. They have to find a common ground of communication, So the language aspect becomes a non-existent one, as long as they can find a ground to communicate,
Right,
So what I want to know, my brother Zed, what I want to know, sorry, maybe I want to contribute here so that we don't lose each other here. What I want to ask my brother Zed is that for yourself, your understanding, I mean, how do you understand when we talk of intermarriages? Because I'm sure at the end of the day, yourself, you are more like saying there's nothing like intermarriages.
No, because our differences, when we look at our differences as black people, are minute. If you want to know what intermarriage is, go and marry a Chinese person. Then you understand what intermarriage is.
That's intermarriage is under race, which you are talking about, right?
No. Under culture. Under culture that is so alien to you that you cannot even turn around and comprehend. Yeah.
That you are in the UK.
Yes.
You are in the UK.
Yes.
Right. If you're English and you marry somebody in Scotland, that's intermarriage.
No. If you are going to turn around and dilute intermarriage that way, everyone is intermarriage. If you're going to dilute it that way, but we're not talking about dilution to a point that even if you're marrying someone who's short, hold on.
There's lots of people that are intermarried.
So if you're marrying someone If you are going to marry,
that's why there's lots of societies. There's the Mileyo, like my societies in London. It's because people are mixing culturally. It's a mixing pot. That's why there are failures in marriage.
No, there are failures in marriage. Hold on. There are failures in marriage. Just in marriage, nje. Yeah? There are failures in marriage, nje.
I'm not saying that's true. I'm not saying that's true.
So
I'm not saying that's true.
Let's not generalize. As here we're trying to understand what intermarriage is, because intermarriage is an incomplete word, yeah? Or an incomplete thing, a collection of words, yeah. So you're supposed to say interracial marriage,
No.
Yes.
Interracial. What you example?
No. Nyawaza Masud, yes.
Wait. Nyawaza Masud.
Yes.
Right. Amasutu in the culture, they are supposed to marry Ama cousin.
Yes.
I want you to understand it's different. Because they belong to the Ndebele society or the Ndebele kingdom or whatever. They're supposed to marry their cousins. But what do they do these days? Sometimes they marry someone else who's not of that culture, who's not a suit. And that's intermarriage. That's a simple definition of intermarriage. They are different. I'm a set of rules regarding to marriage or regarding to family. Different. Family cousin. So if that is not intermarriage, what else is? What would give you a perfect example? What would give you a perfect example, Zed? That's why Mkatesa Masutomani Bakaluti. Ngaso imthatho yabo sefeyila ngangasithathelwa ngumzawami because akwazi ukuthi
this is where
bakwazi ukuthi nxa kungumzawo wakho kulokuhloniphana kulokwesabana okuthize.
This is where we make a mistake.
Kulenye relationship engaphandle komthatho.
This is where we make a mistake. We are trying to turn around and come up with a solution, then find the problem.
I'm not doing a solution. No. It's not about the solution. It's about making it clear. Right within those people that you think are similar people, we are so like different in terms of cultures, in terms of.
Hold on. All of us here, all of us here, in your definition, are products of intermarriage.
Lots of us, yes.
Yeah.
Were
those intermarriages, were they failures?
No, I'm not necessarily saying they're failures. There's some advantages, there's some disadvantages to it. And right? Let's look at the old people. This is what I am. Pride. And they will even despise other people or look upon them or and those yabona age yankhona yakwazi ukuthi okhulu bakho kumbe ngabobani mhlawumbe labo baba bathina singobani thina saloka lokhu kumbe singabobani sinimhlobo leyi. This is what we are. Now umuntu wankhona bese siyathatha umuntu ongomunye umhlobo. So in a way, when I was a boy, when I move, because so dilute.
No, this is where the problem is.
Okay, Stuart. I think we are hitting we are Z will never Z and
no, but guys, this is where you make a mistake. Yeah, the topic is this very simple. Yeah, successes and failures of intermarriage. Yeah.
Yes.
We are, as we said, we are all here products of intermarriages. Were they failures?
Z. No, not this.
Well, hold on, man. So, okay. Which failures did you see?
If you want me to answer that, let me answer that before I go.
Hold on.
Let me answer that before I go.
I haven't placed an answer yet. I haven't placed the question. The question is this. Which failures have you seen or witnessed that can define it on what you refer to, that I do not refer to, what you refer to as tribal, based on tribal?
Right. You heard me mention advantages and disadvantages. You heard me mention how we have diluted, how other cultures have gone extinct, how other languages have gone extinct, how any heritage of other people has gone, has disappeared.
But that's nothing to do with
intermarriages will make us. Zeti, my contribution is simple. Yes. But where there's intermarriage, there is a cultural exchange.
Yes.
There's a culture that can be powerful and dominant, that can swallow another culture. There's a language that can take over. There's particular cultures that are strong, like there was when I'm told. Now when that's it. So kumele ube ngukhumalo ekuthe khumalo through and through. There's other particular tribes and cultures that are really just powerful. There was in most instances when there's one person or a minority language, when you just mix with the Shona guy, obviously you switch to Shona. I'm not saying these I'm just saying just basic things that are common. But when we intermarry, there's a lot of things will change from the time we intermarry. There's a lot of things that will change culturally, materially, behavior, religion. Marry somebody who's Islam. I'm not expecting you to retain your religion because they want to take over. Naturally, they want to take over, and then you see what I mean. Marry somebody who's a Christian who practices into South. Mama. What they're expecting you also to try these are the things that I was clearly trying to highlight. When there's intermarriages, there's compromise. There could be particular tribes or particular traits or particular state of what state of living, set of instructions, okufundiswayo kini oza kuchiya. Yabona? Nxa ukuthi abantu abaningi abazithi thina singamaZulu besiyathatha amasudu, abafazi bamasudu. Can you imagine the impact that will happen in the long run? That's why we need a reference of cultures that have disappeared or that are still going to disappear if we don't promote their culture, isn't it? I'm not saying which right necessarily. Sometimes you can look at it as not a failure, but this is just a disadvantage to me.
You're mixing
language or a trade going. It's like
you guys are mixing two topics.
America, we are talking about Apache Indians.
You're mixing two topics. Huh? One hand, you're talking about intermarriage.
No.
Wait on, hold on.
While I'm just trying to define it
on cultural or overpowering of, let's say, one tribe overpowering another tribe.
No, I'm sure Zed. I'm sure my brother Kelvin mixed it that way. I'm sure maybe he was trying now to explain or to make you understand. His point of departure, he was very correct in trying to fragment and elaborate this issue of intermarriages. But yes, now the overpowering of this tribe and that other one, I'm sure maybe somewhere he might be slightly have gone astray there. But my question myself is, we might have wasted our time here.
Overpowering.
We might have we might have slightly lost our mission here, because completely my brother Zed is saying there is nothing like intermarriages, especially along lines of tribes. Completely he is disregarding what other contributors, other guests are saying. He's saying totally there is nothing like that. So our point of departure now, Mr. Z, you totally disregarded the issue of tribes, that there are no tribes to talk of intermarriages. That's what you are saying. You are saying it was there maybe during our forefathers back then. And as we are now a product of intermarriages, so you have put a full stop to the discussion now.
No,
I'm sure that's where
no,
we
I
are
haven't.
contradicting.
No. Even back then, there were not something like that. Yes, why I said we are all here product of intermarriage. We all agree. Yeah. Stuart, you're a product of intermarriage. Philip, you're a product of intermarriage. Kelvin, you're a product of intermarriage. I am a product of intermarriage. Let's talk about what we grew up seeing. Yeah. As product, because we're the best people to talk about this. Yeah. What did one parent lose and the other parent gain? Yeah. Let's talk about facts. Who did you see lose in this intermarriage that we grew up seeing, that we've got experience on more than anyone else? Who lost what? Who gained what? Who lost their culture? Who gained someone else's culture? Can you gain a person's culture? Can you lose your culture based on another person that you are married to, without you agreeing to lose your own culture?
Okay, I'm sure our comments. Some other people, they are saying let's use our mother languages there. So maybe myself, let me express myself in Shona.
Yes.
Now we KZ. I'm sure maybe you hear me, because me, I'm
100%.
hearing
I
you.
can hear 100%.
Yeah, now we panapa kuti tinyatsonzwanane tese imimi nesu kuno ndezvekuti ma-tribes ndichangoshandisa word kuti tribes chete then ndo explain nyaya yema-tribes mukoma z iriko kuti isusu takazonge tiri ma-products acho kana takazenge takadii, but nyaya yema-tribes iriko. Saka nanhau word rekuti intermarriages iri haringobate ma-tribes chete, sematsanangurira aita mukoma wedu Kevin, ine zvakawanda, ine maresi, ine culture, ine chichi mukati macho social. But chanetsa manje ndechekuti imimi mabva mangotanga nekutoramba kuti ma-intermarriages haasi kukavha ma-tribes.
What? Okay. Mina into nyicho nice, very simple. We're talking about marriages. Success and failure. Yeah. Every marriage is successful or it becomes a failure, depending on two people. Nothing to do with their culture. I can then point out myself, yeah, and say, I am living Amy. I will say it to you, yeah, and the other people when they ask me, why did you leave Amy? Yeah, rather than me coming and telling the truth, I would say no, because of the culture difference. Yeah, yes. That does not mean I'm right. That's not what I left home for. Yeah,
yes.
I might have left home because I did not like her anymore. Nothing to do with culture. Her culture, she was born with that. When I met her, she had that. When we enjoyed, she had that. When we had kids, she had that. Yeah.
But now, Mkoma Z, so that tinoramba tichifamba tiri pamwe chete, tinozocheka ma-statistics now. I'm sure ma-statistics can help us. Kuti imimi muchinge mapesana zvenyu zvisiri issue to deal with the tribes. Wangani wari kupesana pasina issue maybe tribes. Toona isusu kuti maybe ma-marriage akawanda wari kutove successful even when they were different were from different tribes. I'm sure that's where we were coming from. And ipapo ndo pamupatechida kuti ticheke ipa.
Okay. Then if we go on statistics, there have not been any statistics done based on what you guys refer to as a tribe relationships. There is none. Yeah. Only statistics that are done are based on racial. Yeah. Now, when you talk about racial now, here's why I say, when you've got something similar, I can take a Shona person today, yeah, and the Shona person becomes my wife, yeah. I will find similar traits that we share together, because at one point we're together. There is no way that I will share similar traits with the Chinese person. It's impossible, yeah. But we're together and we have similar traits, yeah. Same as I will turn around and find a Ndebele person that I will have similar traits with. There are some Ndebele people that do not have similar traits with other Ndebele people. There are some Shona people that do not have similar traits with other Shona people. Yeah? Because we have not defined our traits as what you refer to as tribes. Yeah? So we have to turn around and say, we are talking about a subject that has two results here, failure and success. Yeah? And we're trying to find whether it is tribal, the failure and success. So we have to go back to what we are experiencing. As I said earlier on, we are products of what? Of different people. Yeah? What you refer to as tribes. Then I'll say to you, has your experience, yeah? Has it been a failure? Did you see any failures in it? Then you say no, because this is why we are here. Then you say, okay, let's go back again. Maybe we'll find something, yeah, with our grandparents, yeah. Our grandparents were what you refer to as intermarrying, yeah. But the failures were not as much as well, yeah. So the idea of saying, trying to put it as there are tribal intermarriage failures, with me, I think it's a false assumption. We are trying to hide something
Right,
that we do not want to talk about.
Umbono wami is we are talking of into as le race Z. The reason why kunjalo is kulomunye okubhalelayo kulomunye okukhangele ngomumo okhona lapha eLondon. Wena ubheka umumo wakho wekhaya regarding to intermarriage ngendlela onokubona ngayo. Awubheki umumo wakho ekhaya awubhali izinto ezenzakalayo phakathi kwesuthu leshona abathatheyo. Akumuntu ukuthi okay umthatho ofeyilileyo ngwemhlobo eminje eyathatha nayo kumbe okwenza singayikathana isiqokoqela sokuthi okwenza imthatho idilike kuyini asikubhali thina ekhaya kwaye kungasoze kube khona. So ngezinye indlela ngizama ukuthi thina instead ukuthi ngithembe kakhulu literature yemuntu olapha eGibandi wesilungwini ngiyehlekile mina ukubhala izehlakalo ezenzakalayo kimi ngithi ekhaya izinto zenzakala lezinhle bangatshelana iqiniso ngobubi bento ezenzakala nge-intermarriage. It means nxa sesifike kuyo i-intermarriage asoze sibe ngabantu abazilungiseleleyo. So ngezinye indlela kumele si-highlight sibhale sikube ukuthi ubuhle bokuthathana ngimhlobo ngezizwe ngenkolo ilobu ububi bangikhona ilobu. So sengiphuma ngilezakhe ezimbili
okay
ezicontradictayo. So okwayenza sabalezakhe zona lezo you come up with an answer. Lesakhe esithi induku enhle iganyulwa ezizwe.
Yes.
Lesakhe esithi ulwaziwayo aluthezwa.
Yeah.
So izakha zona lezo ungasikhangela ziya contradicta. Anjo induku enhle iganyulwa ezizwe. Hamba uye kathane ethatha omunye ezizweni bengaphi uzaphila ngcono awumazi kakwazi amaphutha akhe aza kumbe bakho obuza contribute embolini yethu la. So i-advantage uzothwa olungaziwayo kuthezwa ungasiphathele eminye imihlobo mhlawumbe engasoze siyazi izasiphathela ama-problems engasiphathela izinto ezinjalo. So ngezinye indlela as long as singabantu abakhuluma lolu limi saba lezakha zona lezi sakwazi ukuthi ngezakha zona lezi saqathanisa. It means kukhona okuhle kukhona okubi. Lapho ngithi kukhona okuhle asekubekeni laphana kube segcekeni. Nxa kukhona okubi futhi sikubeke laphana kube segcekeni ukwenzela ukuthi lo obuyayo ukuhamba kuyona le indlela abuye ekwazi ezilungiselele nxa kulezi ezimbi akwazi ngibhekana lazo empilweni ngizazinqoba ngalokho. Kunika i-example mina ngathi zethi nxa amasuthu seyaliwa ngomunye umhlobo athi ngathatha ngumza wami lo bengasoze ngubone. So that's an indicator ngahambe ukuthi that's an indicator to me ukuthi intermarriage kwesinye isikhathi iyafika iyafika lapho okunjani ukuthi umuntu uyazisola ukuthi kathi why ngahamba kulowo mhlobo yikho lapho esibiza khona
hold on
yikho lapho esibiza khona isaga sokuthi olungaziwayo lunjani aluthezi.
Hold on, this is where the problem is. You guys are taking byproducts of failure. Hold on, you are taking byproducts of failure.
No,
man, I gave you a chance.
You
and Stuart are taking byproducts of failure and going back. Hold on. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. Let me put it this way. When people, hold on, Uzama, when two people meet each other, tribe or culture is not hidden. When you meet a girl or when a girl meets a boy, they understand which Luana Lishona, Luana Lindebele. So let's not hide their decisions on getting together. Yeah? With full understanding what the other one is and what the other one is as well. Yeah? They come together to say we are getting married together. Fully understanding again who the one is Shona, one is in Ndebele. They have children, fully understanding again who the one is Shona, one is in Ndebele. So how come now when they are separating, we want to turn around and entertain the idea that because one is in Ndebele and one is Shona? It's been working all this time.
Imthatho yonke yafeyila kwenye isikhathi noma kungumhlobo wami noma kungasomhlobo wami but umthatho nxa ufeyila kumele ngibe lesizathu kwesinye isikhathi owami ngiyathi ukuthi right no maybe ube lama controlling behavior kalayekanga kumbe ngitsho lezi izathu ezithile ukuthi ngalezi izathu angisafuni uthi le into ngangigabule ezweni lami sengifithi ukuthi ngalezi izathu asihambelani imhlobo le mhlawumbe ayifuna ukulalela lokho imhlobo mhlawumbe inje ebantwaneni ifuna ukubuya lemkhube nje ifake ebantwaneni kule ngezinjalo esizitholayo kumbe imhlobo lo uzamfundisela imkhube emibi abantwaneni abangibo sebengenela impilo zethu njengemuli babangibo sebengenela impilo azwenzakala. I'll tell you of a typical example edala kwenzakala especially ezimfeni lani kufe umuntu kumbe kwenzakale uthola abanye sebephatha izinto sebe override ukuthi beliyimuli mhlawumbe. That's another example. Yabona esidividayo esenza sinjani senza silwe kumbe ngemhlobo emthathweni kumbe senza sixabane. Yabona nxa ngathi kathesi zethi asithi wena uthethe esoneni ngabafazi ababili mhlawumbe but uthethe omunye esoneni nxa usifa laphana kulabanye abathi uzetha ulobolanga sithatha lokhu lalokhuyana abanye leminye imhlobo engitsho njalo ahlukonkani kulabanye abathi awulobolanga kumbe lokhu lalokhuyana example zothi culturally kokunye siyehlukana and kuyas affect ayisinemahere mkhomba.
Yeah, no, you are very correct.
I am failing to understand two of you. Hold on. No,
language. We can be universal, right?
Listen, guys. You know.
No, it's been a nice debate.
No, wait, let's end it a nice way. It's not a matter of which you want to let me go, but time as well. But I really enjoy when I have people like this who are so passionate about this. But unfortunately, time is not on our side today. But a lot of people are confused now. I'm receiving some messages here. Some people are saying, guys, we are now confused, and now I don't understand intermarriages because you're confusing me. So, Stuart,
yes.
What did you learn about this, especially with these two guests here today?
Usually, we need to take everything. We need to be positive. What I might have learned is from Mr. Kelvin.
Yeah.
He had to bring an element of elaborating the aspect of intermarriages. He had to go down not only on the issue of tribes and races, he had to go deeper. I'm sure that made me to stretch a bit to then understand. I'm having a little bit of interest to check. He talked of different in wealth as an aspect of intermarriages. Chandochekawo izvo zvanditorero attention yangu. Then mukoma wedu Z wauya zvakanaka nhasi, asi zvaratidza kuti kudhonzerana kwataita hatina kunyatsosvika pasvitsa yekuti tiwirirane pakati pangu inini namukoma Kelvin then namukoma Z. I'm sure our show yange ine kakudhonzerana kakadaro, but I'm sure it's healthy because hatingafanira kungotaura from one side tichiwirirana. So I benefited from the stretch yatapiwa na my brother Kelvin there. And mukoma Z nhasi wauyawo waine imwe kona yekuti zvinoda another day again.
Can I ask you one question each, three of you? Yeah. Because
Yes.
as I said, we are from intermarriages, as you want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Stuart,
Yes.
what is intermarriage in Shona?
Kuroorana kwemarudzi anenge akasiyana.
No. What is the definition of intermarriage? What is the word for intermarriage in Shona? What is the word for intermarriage in Shona? Not a definition. A definition you can define anything else. What is the word for intermarriage in Shona?
Imba yakawakwa nemarudzi akasiyana.
No, you are giving me a definition. I said give me a word corresponding to what intermarriage is in Shona.
Wait, you don't know my viewers are not
Let me give it to you because I know. Let me give it to you because I know. Let me give it to you because I know. Hold on. I'll give it to you because I know. There is no word like that. There is no word like that because it was never a problem to be defined or to be given.
But I want to ask you something. Is it there in Ndebele?
There is none. Because it was never like that, because it was never a problem.
It is there, there was a rule. There was a rule.
No. This is where you want to manipulate history.
Let me tell you this.
I'm not trying to manipulate. I want us to go deeper and explain this thing. Because our culture is changing. What we call tribe today will not be tribe tomorrow. Because they won't be there. There will be one particular people with same trait, same language, and that will be new definition of tribe. That's why we need to review, like culture changes. That's why we need to review our culture, review our identity as we go. Like check it every 10 years to see, are we still the same people? Our definition of culture is still stuck, and we know culture changes with tradition. If so
then we have
kathesi siselezi zinto ezibalulekileyo ukuthi la ngamasutu la ngamanambiya la bayasoka la ngabasoki kukhona kusabalulekile. Angibuye mina after 20 years mhlawumbe kuyabe kungasekho sesingabantu abahlukile, no sesingabantu abayi-one. So that brings me to say, because culture changes over time, we'll be a different people. So now maybe over time will be a distinctive thing between Shona and Ndebele. Anything that you can break down in the Shona society.
Hold on.
Similarly, within Ndebele, something to break down within Ndebele. So when you marry a Shona, maybe that would be intermarried.
There is
you
no.
See what I mean? We are wanting up.
Hold on. There is no so-called tribe, is like what you like to call it, that is turned around and germinated from the ground in the last 200 years. Man, hold on. There is no tribe that is germinated in the last 200 years. There is no tribe. Hold on. And who are the wives of Umzilikazi? Who were the Umzilikazi's wives? Who were Mzilikazi's wives?
Umzilikazi was doing intermarriage.
So it was allowed then, right? It was if the king, the one that is the holder of culture, could do it, that means every other people could do it. It was not a problem.
So Z,
No,
Z,
Let me tell you something.
are you-
Let me tell you
no, it
something.
doesn't mean that.
Z,
Let me tell you something.
Z,
Let me say
Z,
this.
It doesn't mean
Z.
that.
Z is
Inkosi ibithatha ngezinye izizathu.
Z is
If
confirming
Inkosi
that
could kill it, doesn't mean ukuthi
Z is confirming that intermarriages were there, but is acknowledging that they used to exist years and centuries back. I'm sure that's what Z is saying.
I am saying marriage itself is not based on tribes. They did not see tribes at all. They saw people. If you're a nation building, you just take another nation and marry another nation. There was no requirement of you turning around and marrying.
Umzilikazi was a politician. He was a warrior.
Let me show you
He was.
something.
Zwana.
No, hold on.
Man said the woman is the one thing he can.
No, you're trying to redefine history.
Yeah.
You're trying to redefine history.
Umzilikazi why a politician? Why a warrior? Anjo.
Let me give you.
Umzilikazi was clever. He wanted a nation to grow. And so one of the ways of ukukhulisa a nation, that's why undoing sithi ungathatha kwenye indawo izizwe zakhona zoku-attack ngoba mntwana wazo. That was one of his tools.
Let me give you an example. Don't define history. Malume, wait, hold on.
Our time.
Okay, I want to give you a good example. If you go to Chimanimani today, you find people with surnames of Spanda, Mube, Tube. Do you know that?
Right.
People that speak Shona that do not speak Ndebele. People that have been there for hundreds of years.
Kevin, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Stuart, our time is gone. We'll continue this program again. Thank you, guys.
But do not say intermarriage. It's not intermarriage.
It's what?
Don't take English and try and define it. If you cannot find a word in Shona or Ndebele to define something that is cultural, do not try and define it in English.
Our time is gone. We've got another program coming. We have to end this now.
Thank you so much, my brother Philip. Thank you, Mr. Kelvin. Z, I sent you a friend request and you didn't acknowledge it.
I'm busy. I'll do it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Kelvin. Thank you, Mr. Philip. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah. Thank you.